Hello and welcome. I'm just checking. Hello. Hold on. I'm checking if I'm live. Yes, I am. Hello, everyone. Hello. So, Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year. Just checking. Who's live with me now? Just checking. Oops. I just shared the link to the group chat. All right. So this is the first time that we're doing this. So thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. Welcome, empowered women. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all doing today? So I will be recording this. It will stay in the private Facebook group. And that was a download I got. Why not just do the lives on the Facebook group, right? Instead of having to download all the videos, the Zoom videos, and upload again. So we're doing this every week. Thank you so much for joining me, whether live or on replay, if you're going to watch this later on. So thank you for joining me today or tonight, if you're in Manila, in our new live series. So this is From Mistakes to Mastery. And I was meditating and praying on how to provide more value. And this is the answer that I got. To be really vulnerable and authentic this year and share all my mistakes and errors and limiting beliefs in the past 3 decades of my life. I am actually now 37. So I'm 37, by the way. In order for us to complete all the learnings, all the lessons, and so that we will be leaving nothing but the divine wisdom that we are carrying over to 2023 and beyond. And of course, the beautiful memories that I will always treasure, that you will always treasure. So let us keep those, the divine wisdom and the beautiful memories, and complete the lessons. So thank you again for joining me in my healing journey to self-mastery. Again, Happy New Year, happy first full moon of the year, happy year of the rabbit. So how was your first week of 2023? You can simply reflect, how are you feeling? So you can also reflect with the question, what is the biggest lesson that you learned in 2022? Again, what is the biggest lesson that you learned in 2022? So before I share my mistakes and lessons, I want you to ask yourself now, whether you're here live or you'll be watching this later on replay. Hello to those who are with me live. Please reflect on this. What is the biggest lesson that you learned in 2022? And why am I asking this? The idea is it is very important to reflect on our past, not to dwell on it, but so that we can finally complete it and move forward, so that we can find our way back to self-love. And let us learn the lessons from past hurts and heartbreaks and pains of the past. Let's learn the lessons. It's time. It's January. And again, we start our 2023 visioning journey by looking back and completing our life lessons in order to free ourselves from the pains of the past and finally move forward. So please take some time to honor where you've been, honor your soul's journey, see where you are right now. Take time to process your feelings and release what no longer serves you so that you can open your heart to allow yourself to receive what is really, truly for you. And to discover your soul's deepest prayers. Again, these are in the 2023 Visioning You and Your Highest Vision workbook that I gave you. So I want you to really be in the zone of manifesting the life of your dreams. And I hope these simple webinars will help you in your journey. All right. So I really hope, I really am wishing the best for you right now, that you will finally have that confidence and courage to live your dreams. All right. So in 2020, when the pandemic struck us, we stopped racing through our lives, right? Suddenly the world stopped and we cannot go out. We slowed down so that life can catch up to us. And I'm sure we all learned the value of being still and the virtue of patience and resourcefulness and resilience and inner strength that year. So that was 2020. And then the year after, 2021, we developed so much more resilience and resourcefulness, knowing that there is no going back to where we were. So last year, 2022, many of us have spiritually awakened. Like a lot of us have really spiritually awakened big time. And we have been experiencing a whole new world, the transformational phase before ending and the start of a new beginning. And I know how challenging last year has been for so many of us. I know that, as I have personally realized and witnessed a lot of spiritual evolution with my students, with my clients, and of course in my own journey. And I hope that these webinars, these weekly webinars that we're doing, will help you in your journey this year. Again, I am leaving all these videos on our private Facebook group so that you can review, so you can come back. And some have messaged me, they cannot go live, but they would want a copy of the video. So you can all have the weekly videos in our Facebook group. All right. So it has been a wonderful ride, right? What a wonderful ride it has been, 2022. For me, it was the year of detaching, letting go, letting go of my home in the Philippines. I had the limiting belief that I was married to my home. That's why I cannot let go. I cannot move out. I cannot explore because I was married to my home. It was the year of learning so much certification courses. I invested in a lot. Releasing, growing, healing, loving, and simply being me. Simply really being authentically me, the real me, where I'm supposed to be. Like really embracing who I am, despite what other people would tell me, despite what my family would tell me, despite what my partner even would tell me, or my crush, or, despite my old maybe teacher would tell me, or a trusted friend would tell me. Just really being me, the real me. And I'm also wishing a life that is aligned to who you truly are. I wish that life for you. I want that life for you. That's why I'm doing this webinars, and I'm committing myself to be really vulnerable. And again, I wrote this in the visioning workbook that I gave you for you to feel empowered in writing your own life story, connecting more deeply with your intuitive wisdom, and the deepest yearnings, cravings of your spirit, not the ego, but your spirit, that voice inside you that's screaming out loud, right? And again, remember, you are a light worker. All of us here, we are light workers on our path to enlightenment. And it is your soul's mission. It is your soul's mission to evolve and grow to a deeper awakening. And I tell this to all my students. It is your soul's mission to work with your inner being and with your soul tribe together to raise the vibrations of the planet. So we have this, of course, group, but I know you'll have your own people. And yeah, we have to accept that. And we have to fully accept that. And that's very much connected to the mistake that I'm going to share today. But before that, I want to talk about how you should be really excited for 2023. Why? First of all, it's the year of the rabbit. And so this is a year of hope, peace, joy, prosperity, longevity, and luck. This is a very, very lucky and auspicious year if you ride with it, if you flow with it. It is also a number 7. So 2023 is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. And that is also my life path number 7. 7 is the life path number of the intuitive analyst and spiritual philosopher. And the number 7 relates to achievement and completeness. And so 2023 will be about making shifts, completions, in your shifts in your life and extreme personal growth. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but that's the general forecast or reading or energy for 2023. So now, would you like to learn from my mistakes? So I'm going to share mistake number 1. Okay, I'm going to focus on one mistake every week. We have a lot of weeks to go. I have a lot of mistakes, so we'll never run out of mistakes. Today, the mistake, again, I have so much mistakes, okay, but I'm gonna focus on one today. Mistake number 1 is not going all the way in. So being wishy-washy or fickle-minded. That is the mistake number 1 that I'm gonna share to you. And with that, I'd like to share again a quote by Anna Kitney. I'm part of her mastermind, and I shared this on my Instagram story. So she's one of my many, many mentors. I think I have like 7 total mentors. I mean, because I'm enrolled in all of these courses. 7 or 8 actually. So she is a leading 7-figure high performance coach. Again, 7-figure, not 6, 7-figure. Imagine how many zeros that is. 7-figure high performance coach, spiritual business advisor. She is a speaker, international speaker, and transformational teacher. She is empowering soul-centered women leaders like myself from all over the world. So I want to be like her, a 7-figure high performance coach. And yeah, someday. And I want to be a mentor for high performance female soulful entrepreneurs. Actually, I am already, but like I want to be as international as her, as really, like I want to touch more lives. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, I'm gonna share the quote. Okay, the quote that she shared. Okay. How do I share that? Okay, here, there. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hold on. There. So yeah, I'm part of the 2023 manifestation vortex, and she shared this. Where is that? This. Okay. Dabbling efforts leads to dabbling results. You can't be half in and half out. What you put in, you get out. It's a universal law called the law of divine compensation or reciprocity. Essentially, you have to be willing to let go of something of a lower nature to receive something higher. I had to let go of my home in the Philippines, which I really love, to be here in Dubai, in one of the wealthiest countries in the world. So you have to let go of something of a lower nature to receive something higher. Example given, you give up 2 hours of TV to work on your business. You give up alcohol to lose weight and get healthy. So the action step for us this week is, what am I willing to give up, let go of in order to get what I want? Where am I not showing up as my best? Where do I need to be on my A game? Where do I need to fully commit to be all in? And what daily consistent action steps would I be taking? I also took life coaching certification with Gabriela Embon, and they're talking about the same things. Like, you really have to be all in. You have to make daily consistent actions. You have to show up every day, even if sometimes you don't feel like it. You gotta work on your own mindset. Sometimes you feel you get hit by the imposter syndrome. I mean, it happens to me. Sometimes you're gonna like be a victim to the external circumstances, and you're gonna feel like you don't want to show up to the world because you feel unworthy. It happened to me. But you have to show up. And how do you show up? You have to always go back to your why. What is your biggest why? Why are you doing? Why do you love what you're doing? What is your life purpose? And again, that I taught that in another webinar. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is your big why? So that will motivate you to show up as your best. All right, so that is a really amazing quote, and that is related to my mistake number 1 that I'm sharing today, which is not going all the way in. That was my mistake, not going all the way in and allowing my limiting beliefs to control me, to overpower me. I have so much limiting beliefs. So many limiting beliefs. Like, you wouldn't believe it. You name it, I got it. Like, I was believing that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good enough, that I don't deserve it, that I don't have what it takes, that you cannot be spiritual and wealthy at the same time, that I'm not in a good environment to do what I really want. It's like my environment would not allow me to do what I really want, or it's wrong to charge people money when you give them spiritual service. What else? So much limiting beliefs that made me that delayed me in my process. And so we are reminded, okay, of the law of divine compensation or reciprocity. It's one of the laws of the universe. So there are 12 laws of the universe according to Ho'oponopono, to my certification course before. But now I'm learning more. There are more laws of the universe, more than 12. And that's just one law of divine compensation. Remember the concept of outflow. The more outflow, the more inflow. The law of correspondence. This is the law of compensation. What you give, you receive. So if you keep on giving value, inevitably, you will receive value. Especially important, if you're a wellness practitioner or spiritual entrepreneur like me, like myself. For example, you're looking for clients or running a business. You have to be mindful of the concept of outflow. What do you give? What do you actually give value? And again, I'm talking to myself because I stopped I was doing like free monthly webinars to, reach more people. And then someone told me that, oh, it's wrong to do that because you're giving too much. And I listened to that, of course. And because she was an intuitive business coach, but she was just starting. Anyway, so the simple principle works as follows. The more outflow, the more inflow. So just keep on giving outflow and you'll receive the inflow. That's just the law of the universe, the law of giving and receiving. So again, if business is slow, start putting your energy out there and it will come back one way or the other. Like, for example, in my Reiki Master Apprenticeship course, I reached out to around maybe 30 of my students and 7 enrolled. So, I really outpoured myself, but there was inflow in the end. It's inevitable. It's really inevitable. Someone out there will come into you if you just pour yourself out there and be authentic also as you do so. Like, and again, go back to your why. Why are you doing it? As long as you're coming from the purest intentions, then of course everything will work out for you. So if you want a job and you're having a hard time, increase your outflow. Meet more people, go to more networking events, join more communities, and really be all the way in. Because if you are in a hesitation vibration, then of course the universe will also be in a hesitation vibration to you, not abundance. So we have to go all the way in. If you're not willing to go all the way in, why will the universe go all in with you? Go all in and not halfway. And I'm getting to my story, my personal story. But I really want you to remember that you have to give value for the value to come in. The universe is always watching, and energy doesn't lie. And the energy you get is the energy you put out. The thoughts, the actions, the feelings that we feel equate to the quality of a life that we experience. And the only thing that's getting in the way is your mind. So we have to check and work on our mindset. And if you want to have, for example, more clients or you have more abundance in your life, then give out what you want to receive. Give what you want to receive. So for example, for my business, I started showing up. I started creating a website, social media pages, post more content, collaborate. I think that's the biggest thing that really helped me a lot. Collaboration I believe in the value of collaboration with soul-aligned people. Collaborate with partners, even my students, I collaborate with them, with supporters, with my previous employers. I did collaborate with them, post my content in such a way that it is more authentic to who I am. Of course, when I started, I had a lot of mistakes, but now I'm more hands-on. So I hosted, again, more regular webinars. You don't just show up one day and then, okay, I'm going to disappear for the next months. No, we have to do it consistently. That's why I'm making this commitment. Instead of monthly, I'm going to do it weekly. But I'm offering it here in this group. Maybe later on, I will post it on YouTube. Maybe, I'm not yet sure. But I love giving value on a consistent basis now. And yeah, just get the energy flowing by getting your energy out there. Don't keep it like stuck within you. And often, as I've mentioned earlier, what you'll find is that when you put your energy out in one arena, one area, something magically comes back in another form. Like it's just magic in another form. And remember to put your blessings on all the things you send out in your outflow. I put blessings in all of my work and release the limiting belief that I have to have like 10,000 followers. So no, that's not true. Even if you have like, I have like posts that have like barely 10 likes, and then someone will message me, I want to book a healing session. I want to join this class. How can I have an in-person session? How can I have an online session? Like, I get these messages, even though my likes are just like 10, 8, you know? So release all the limiting beliefs that you have to have millions, thousands of followers. That's not true. So again, focus on the value that you give and go all the way in. Because, okay, my mistake was I didn't go all the way in, and it delayed my journey. It took me lots and lots of years. Yeah, so it took me lots of years of delay because I was not all the way in. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my story, okay? I started learning Reiki in 2012. You'll see it in my Instagram. My first Reiki certificate was March 2012. That was when I first learned Reiki. But only 10 years after, I mustered enough courage to go all in. Imagine that. Like, it took me 10 years and a pandemic. Actually, 8 years plus 2 years of pandemic to really go all the way in. Even though like there's something or someone really screaming inside me. Like, I was feeling stuck and frozen in all of the work that I was doing. Like, I was what was I doing? Merchandising manager. I was an executive assistant, which is an executive assistant is basically just a dignified slave. And I was tax advisor. Yeah. I love teaching. I love teaching very much. So I also took Master of Arts in Education. I took law school, but the salary of a teacher in the Philippines is not that good, right? So I was like, what career should I take? The law school, the law field, or something that I really love to do. But there's something inside me that's really pushing me to dive deeper in my spiritual healing journey, to accept the calling of something much bigger. But I was afraid. I was stuck. I was frozen. I was thinking about what other people will tell, what other people will think about me, what other people will say. And that was my mistake, that it took me so many years to get here, when all I had to do was to go all the way in. And I'm going to tell you how I found out that that was such a big mistake. So there will always be opportunities that will show up for you. When the perfect opportunity shows up, you have to say yes. You got to surrender, you got to trust, you got to flow, and trust that you can always course correct later. And that was what I was following the previous years. Started in the pandemic. But again, during the pandemic, I wasn't really, maybe I was like 75%, not really 100%. Before I was like 30, so from 20 to 30% to 40 to 50%. Yeah, but in the pandemic, I was just like 80%, but I was hiding under the disguise that actually I'm a full-time teacher, but I'm a part-time spiritual light worker. I was hiding with that disguise still, even though I'm a Reiki master teacher already. So it was just last year that I registered, oh, apologies, late 2021, so last year, that I registered my business. But it was only last year, September 2022, that I let go of my full-time job. So now I am a part-time English teacher to French professionals. So I operate on 3 time zones: Paris, Philippines, and Paris, Manila, and Dubai. I operate on 3 time zones on a daily basis. So my planner is like 3 time zones. So I was doing that full time. Even though I'm doing my spiritual light work here in Dubai, I was still doing that full time. Okay. So I was attracting clients here, I was, but it was only when I finally let go of my full-time job. Imagine Monday to Friday, I would teach for Profirmation, that's my other company, for 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. And then I would do my light work in the weekend or in between the time zones, like when it is 8 a.m. in Paris, it's 3 p.m. in Manila. So that means before 8 a.m. in Paris, which is morning time in Manila, I can do my spiritual work. That was what I was doing. So in 2019, when I was still working full-time as a tax advisor in the Philippines, I was earning like 35,000 per month. See, I'm going to give you all the figures here. 2018 to 2019. That was my measly salary, 35,000 per month in PNA, Punong Bayan and Araulo, Grand Thornton. I love them, by the way, because they actually, this is what's interesting about it. When I went all the way in, okay, they actually at that time I was just 80% in. They contacted me and told me, do you wanna host a well-being workshop for our lawyers? So I was actually doing a breathwork workshop for my colleagues as a different me. So I was in Dubai doing a webinar for my colleagues. There were lawyers and tax advisors and lawyers, accountants, because it's a tax advisory / accounting audit firm, as me as a well-being coach. But at that time, I still have a full-time teaching job. So I was drained. Imagine I have like 2 full-time job. I'm not kidding. I'm employed full-time in Profirmation, and I was employed full-time for 5-Star Standard College. How did I make it work? The time zones. Like, I don't know how, but the time zones, like, as I've told you, 3 p.m. in Manila is 8 a.m. in Paris. So that means in the morning, I can do my spiritual work. And then when my Paris work is done, okay, that is 7:30 p.m. here. So I can still do nighttime practice, or people can still come to me here in Dubai, the Dubai time zone. Anyway, so my mistake was that I was not going all the way in. Okay, why? I'm gonna explain again. So I was earning 35,000 per month in PNA Grand Thornton in 2019. Less taxes, less SSS, less PhilHealth. Yeah, what else? Less whatever, all the less. And to those who are not Filipinos here, SSS is Social Security Services. So we get salary deductions for that. And I was so exhausted the whole time. And I didn't love what I was doing. I was being harassed by the BIR directors. Of course, I was very beautiful. I am very beautiful. But at that time, I'm one of the few female tax advisors. High performing tax advisors. So they will send me to all these places to negotiate. Like, I don't even understand what I'm doing. Like, I was just going there to get their signatures or something. Or like negotiate a better tax rate. Like, I didn't see any meaning in what I was doing, yet I was doing it. So I was also feeling so cold all the time with the air conditioning in the office. I didn't like the air conditioning in the office because I always feel cold. I would often splurge all my salary shopping. We talked about this in the last workshop. Retail therapy, getting a massage, going to energy healing sessions, because I was already an energy healer at that time. I would actually go to my office with all my crystals. I would have so many crystals just to protect me from the energies. I have so many crystals in my wrist. I would leave crystals on my desk. I have a rose quartz facial roller. They will make fun of me, but I don't care. So I would go to the corporate job world with all my crystals. And so I would splurge my money going to energy healing sessions to make up for the stress that I accumulated in my daytime job. So at the end of the day, I'm left with credit card bills. Funny, but that was what I was left with. So something was screaming and shouting inside me, right? So fast forward to today. Now that I went all the way in, as I've mentioned, it was just last year. Even though I registered my business already, I was still doing full-time, but it was just last year, September 2022, my birthday, that I said, okay, my birthday gift to myself, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna have to let go of the full-time job and just apply for part-time, switch to part-time. So that's what I did. And that's when I attracted so many clients right now and collaborators. Like right now, I'm doing crystal healing every month with Crystals ETC. I'm doing goddess empowerment with astral crystals with Krish. So I'm doing with karma yoga. I'm doing my own one-on-one sessions. I attracted 4 corporate wellness workshop clients. So that is what will happen if you provide value and go all the way in. So just to wrap it up, okay, so I just want you to know that it took me a long time when you could have just taken 3 months or maybe 1 month for some of you. It took me years because in the beginning, I was 20% in, 30% in, going higher and higher, but now I'm 100% in. So today, okay, real life experience. I had 3 students yesterday in Reiki. They're international students, one from Morocco, one from Hungary, and one from Wales. And then after that, I went to a dear client who I dearly love. I usually receive from Karma Yoga, the wellness center I work in, around 2,500 dirham every Reiki class. So 2,500 dirham. I just want to illustrate. I'm not saying this to like brag or whatever, but I want you to be inspired that if you go all the way in, you'll get more. And these are events that have been happening to me for the last year, and especially in the last 3 months. Especially in the last 3 months, the ideas were flowing, the downloads in making the workbook. It was here. The visioning workbook here. Oh, then the manual, like the Reiki manual, the downloads that I got while doing it. And I cannot find it. But yeah, the visioning workbook that I gave you. The ideas, not only clients, students, all the ideas will come in. So just to illustrate, as I've told you, my monthly salary before was 35,000, but now this weekend, so I earned 2,500 dirham from Karma Yoga Dubai, because that's how much, at least if there are more clients of students, of course there are more. For 3 students, I facilitated that here. And guess what? That is more than 37,000 pesos. And my salary in the Philippines was just 35,000 pesos for a month. So the amount that I got here for a weekend is more than my monthly salary back in 2019. For a weekend, that's just one weekend compared to a month. And it's more than, I mean, I had to go all the way in to attract this. I'm telling you, I had to. And not just that, I'm doing what I love. It's not like, it's not like it's the same job and then it's just higher salary. No, I'm doing what I love doing. This is me. I'm doing something that I love doing. I'm working joyfully. I don't want to say I'm working hard anymore. I'm working, I'm showing up. Even though I just want to sleep, I do show up, but I come home with a smile on my face. And yeah, I earn more here in a weekend compared to what I was earning in the Philippines. And this is actually me doing something that I love doing. So again, my mistake was delaying from 2012 to 2022 23. No, 22 was when I went all the way in. Yeah, and not only that, yesterday I told you after the class, I went to a dear client. She's a student that I have who enrolled in so many of my workshops and certificate courses, like I think 5 or 6 or 7. But she enrolled in so much workshops, and that session is, and I love her. Okay, I love her. It's not like I go to her and oh my God, I'm gonna heal her again. No, I love going to her. And 1 hour session with her, I receive 850 dirham per hour. Of course, I extend because I love her. And that is unimaginable in the Philippines, but that is the rate here. But I had to let go of my home in the Philippines to attract a better life. And that's another lesson, letting go to let in. So again, I'm not bragging, but I just want you to give you the figure so that you know that it's possible. I just want you to give, like, I want to give real life examples, because maybe if you hear it from another YouTube speaker, you're not going to believe it, but it's true. So this weekend, I earned a total of 3,000. So 225 plus 850, that's 3,350 dirham, which is 50,000 pesos in one weekend, compared to 35,000 for a month in 2019. And that is just with only 4 students in just one weekend. And that is also my monthly rent here. Of course, the expenses here are very much higher too. So that's my 1 month rent here. But one weekend covers the payment for my monthly rent. So yeah, that was just like the story that I want to share today. And when I was converting everything and analyzing everything with my analytical mind, of course, I was an overthinker, and I'm very analytical. I'm like, if this is possible, now that I'm just 1 year into my business, now that I'm just 3 months in, going all the way in, what else is possible? What else is possible? How can it get any better than this? And again, it was just last September, last year, just my birthday last year, when I went to Europe, that I asked permission from my other teaching job, Profirmation, to shift from full-time to part-time. So now I'm a full-time spiritual light worker and part-time English teacher. Before, it was the other way around. And that was when soul-aligned clients and students started pouring in. Yeah, in my mind, I thought it was just 2 hands full, but no, I was like listing down all my students. No, it was actually, so like I have like, this is 1 page of like my students from Karma Yoga. The other classes, I was not able to ask them to write their names. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, make an inventory of the people that I have attracted, because I thought there were only 10, but no, there's so much. And then we have 10 crystal healing practitioners. You know, again, I'm not telling this to be like, oh my God, she's such a braggart. No, I'm telling you this so that you will believe. And that is really what happened when I went all the way in. All right, that's it. So I'm just gonna check who are with me now. Hello there, hello. Thank you for watching. And again, this is saved here this will be saved in our private Facebook group. And we're doing this weekly, from mistakes to mastery, weekly every Mindset Monday, starting January 9 today onwards. So every week. So today I just shared 1 mistake, but I have so many mistakes for the whole year and beyond. I have a lot of mistakes to share to you. And again, please join me every Monday, 3:30 p.m. Dubai time, 7:30 p.m. Manila time, exclusive for Empowered Women's Club members. And I'm very, very excited for what will emerge for you this year, and for all of us here as a collective. We're a collective as we journey through this process together and this healing journey together. And remember that I'm here for you and with you in this journey. I'm always willing to journey with you. All right. So thank you very much. Also, if you want to book a discovery session with me, again, it's free. If you want to talk about anything at all, I'm going to put my link here. There's an option there, 30-minute free session. You can choose that. That is my discovery call link. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and see you again. Again, you can watch all of these videos over and over again. And yeah, Happy New Year again. Thank you. I extended time, so apologies. Next week, I'm gonna be disciplined enough to keep it to 30 minutes. All right. Thank you very much, and have a happy week ahead. Have a happy new year. It's Monday, so let us start the week with a smile on our faces. Thank you.